Well, he all of a sudden got a very enlarged stomach, swollen stomach, and
He kept on complaining about tummy ache.
Yeah.
It was his stomach itself was extremely hard.
Okay.
No matter what we did, it didn't go down.
So you could actually feel something.
You could feel the tummy itself was hard.
it was almost like that pregnant hard, that hard, and
Sure.
yeah, he was running around normal. So and his tummy was working, so I knew it wasn't something to do with that. And then took him to the
Took him to a doctor.
And the
doctor referred him to the
pediatrician,
who then did x-rays. Noticed something wrong but couldn't confirm anything. From there he was taken to Lula Old Hospital where they did the sonar and then the CT scan. It was then confirmed as a tumor.
And then when they said oncologist, we went downstairs and still didn't click and think. I googled oncologist, and that's when we discovered oncologist is cancer, because they just came and said there's a growth and we're going to send you to the oncologist, going to come talk to you, and we didn't understand what it was. And then obviously it was just lots of tears and felt like your whole world was shattered, you know. But then when they reassured us that, you know, the survival rate is so good, but still, it's you actually just wish it wasn't you. Then he had to start chemo immediately because the tumor was too big. They couldn't do the nephrectomy, which is the removal of the kidney and the tumor. They couldn't do that straight away because of the size, because they would have to cut too much on the stomach.
Okay.
So they did 4 months of 4 weeks of chemo.
Yeah, 4 sessions of chemotherapy.
To shrink the tumor from 14 centimeters down to 7, and then they did the nephrectomy, removed the tumor
and the right kidney.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his kidney never developed, so his left kidney took over all function from the day of his birth. So after the kidney removal, 3 days later, he was at home and happy with no problems, no dialysis, no issues whatsoever.
They said he was supposed to be in ICU for 3 days and then into normal ward for like a week. But he was in ICU for 2 and home, he little trooper. And then they did the biopsy on the tumor when they removed it. And because they said after the nephrectomy it's just 2 weeks, 2 sessions of chemo and he'll be fine. Then they did the biopsy and it was a stage, it was high risk cancer, so he had to do 6 months of every Friday chemo, every red bag, triple chemo, double chemo, single chemo, and finished on the 16th of March. But if it wasn't high risk he would have been fine, but that's when the months and months came of chemo.
Now after the chemotherapy he's got 5 years of checkups. He's got to go for the first 2 years every 3 months, and then thereafter every 6 months for the next 3 years of checks, just to make sure that it's gone and it's not coming back.
But he seems to be fine. His hair's now grown back nicely. He actually grew very quickly. That I think, and as a child he didn't know what was going on. He just didn't know why he was losing his hair. And
just understand
but I mean he handled everything so well.
Far better than us.
I mean he became so used to everything, it didn't seem to faze him much. We actually got hold of another group which then led us on to Little Fighters Monday, and Monday was there all the way, and she actually still is there. I mean Monday would phone 3-4 times a week. How's it going? Come check up. The actual support structure for Monday was great and is still great. I mean she still phones all the time, checks on him, comes and visits. They basically, she gave hope, and she's just such I think the whole foundation, they're so upbeat and full of spirits, and so even if you're having a bad day, you just phone Monday and everything's okay. She sort of lifts up your spirits and stuff. And very involved from the start. I mean, and still today, I mean, I can pick up the phone now and phone her and she'll be here. I think it's a great team. They organised his birthday party for him, and because he wasn't allowed to he wasn't allowed at school. He was out of school for 6 months, and went through a lot of effort and arranged everything. And I mean, just I think it's a whole as a organisation, very, very, very good, very good. And what do you want to be when you're older? You don't know still.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I'm Rapunzel Spider-Man.
What do you think? What does one do to become Spider-Man?
And
do you know?
I said he's gonna be Spider-Man.
I'm gonna climb up the walls or something.
Do it.
Yeah, just drive his mom up the walls.